Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am T-shirt Mama. Today I am going to start this video about how to use a whole chicken. So the first meal I'm going to make is just going to be a pretty run-of-the-mill roast chicken dinner, and I will show you some other things along the way with the leftovers that we don't eat from the roast dinner. So I have a whole chicken here. It's about 7 pounds. And on average, obviously every oven's slightly different and everything's just slightly different. So just make sure you're checking. Use a thermometer if you're a new cook and you don't know, because you want to have your chicken come to 165 for an internal temperature, but about 350 for your oven temperature, and 20 to 25 minutes per pound of your bird is what you're looking for. But I have my oven warming up, preheating to the 350, and I am going to grab some gloves just because I don't like the way raw chicken feels on my fingers. Oh, my oven's all set. So I'm going to grab some gloves, take apart this chicken, and I will show you all the steps along with it. Alright, so at this point I have everything that I need to make my chicken. I've gathered all my spices, chopped my onion. I am just going to cut it out of the bag. I'm just making sure that they did not put the gizzard or the intestines back in here. Sometimes they do. I don't want that, so I just take it all out beforehand. Alright, so my station is cleaned up. I can't proceed when the space is not perfect, so I need to clean as I go. That's just a me thing, but I highly recommend it, especially when you're dealing with raw chicken. You could do butter. I just am going to do a little olive oil. Some lemon juice. Mind you, my gloves are fresh, they're clean. I also washed my hands. I just don't want anyone thinking I'm touching everything with chicken hands. Oh, bit of lemon juice everywhere. I have gloves back on because I'm going to rub all of this into the chicken. Big glob of garlic. And then for my seasonings, I'm going to do a fair amount of rosemary. Okay. I don't measure anything. I just do it until it looks right to me. My guess is that that's a tablespoon. This is some paprika. Probably a teaspoon. Some sage. Probably another teaspoon. Black pepper. Some salt. Garlic powder. And onion powder. And it doesn't look like I put enough lemon juice, so I'm going to add a little bit more. If I had fresh lemons, I would have sliced up one and put them on the bottom as well. But I don't, so this is what we're doing. Use what you have. There's no point of going to grab a whole lemon from the store when I have that. Okay. Really rub it all over. Get all the seasonings mixed up. Lift the chicken so that the oil can get underneath there. Now this is looking really good. At this point, I am just going to put tin foil over it and put it in the oven. Like I said, the first hour I'm going to do foiled, and the last hour-ish, hour and 15, hour and 30 will be unfoiled. So all of this is going to go in the oven, tin foiled, and I will check back with you in about an hour. So this chicken took about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I roasted up some veggies to go along with it. And with all of the drippings, I'm going to pour them into a pot and make a gravy. I will show you that, but this is not happening right now, as I have to leave my house for a little bit, which was unexpected. So I'm literally going to put cling wrap on all of this and slide it in my refrigerator. But I will show you how I will chop up the chicken and make a gravy when I get home. But I just wanted to show you before it was like cold, because the gravy will get, or the drippings will get kind of coagulated. So I wanted to show you fresh out of the oven so you know what you're looking at.
A few moments later.
All right, friends, I know I said I would show you me processing this chicken, but I totally forgot until I was already elbow deep in it. Are you laughing at Mama? Are you laughing at your mama? Ah! Anyway, these are the 5 meals I got. I did legs, thighs, and wings for Nick's. I did some of like the off-the-bone chicken for myself. I have the gravy going, which is all the drippings. I'm just getting it back to room temperature since it stayed in the fridge overnight. Life happened. This is all of the shredded chicken that I have left. I am making that gravy so I can make a pot pie, which I'll show you later in the video how I'm going to do that. But for right now, I am going to make chicken stock. So this is the carcass, the bones of that chicken. I am going to throw some onions and garlic and carrots, and I don't think I have any celery, but I would put celery in this if I had it. And then fill it up with water and just let it sit on my stove for about 2 hours on low, 3 hours, 4 hours. It doesn't really matter. You just want to let it hang out for as long as you possibly can. So it's 9:30 this morning. It'll probably hang out for 3 to 4 hours. And then we'll turn it off, let it cool, and we'll take out all the pieces, and we'll have nice chicken broth for soups, which is another thing I'm going to make later in this video. So stay tuned, and I will show you how I use the rest of this all up to make more meals. This is my stock, exactly what I said I did. There's 2 onions, about probably a half a pound of baby carrots. That's just what I had. You could have used whole carrots. And that chicken carcass, plus probably 2 to 3 tablespoons of minced garlic. And then I just filled this pot with water, and I'm going to let it hang out. It's on low. I'm just going to let it hang out until I get back to it. You really want it to hang out for a minimum of 2 hours, but the longer the better. I moved my drippings after they came back to room temperature into the container I'm going to store my gravy in. I have a half a stick of butter melting to make my roux. And a roux is equal parts butter and flour to make my gravy. So I'm just waiting for this to melt all the way, and I will add 4 tablespoons of flour, whisk it all together, let the floury taste cook out, and I will add my drippings back to it. And there we go. Gravy is done. All you do is equal parts butter and flour. Melt your butter, whisk your flour in, let it cook for like a minute on low, just so that it cooks out like that raw flour taste. Then you dump your drippings in and you get a nice, thick, tasty gravy. So I am going to use this in my pot pie. So I'm just letting it cool right now. And I'm going to put it back in that container because this is just what I poured the drippings in. And when I make my soup and when I make my pot pie, I will show you how we do it. Alright friends, I am back the next day to make my pot pie. I have some mixed veggies. This I just didn't think would be enough, so I have a partial bag that I'm going to use. That gravy that I showed you how I made right here. The rest of the shredded chicken that we didn't eat from our meals. And this is my hack per se. I've definitely seen other people doing it, where you put biscuits on top instead of making out your pie dough. I find this way easier, just as tasty. So I will show you how I make it really quickly. Because you're using the biscuits, you don't want to have all of these items going into your casserole dish cold, because the biscuits don't take that long to cook. So let's get our oven preheated too. This says 350. So the oven's preheating. I'm going to just warm these all up in the microwave and mix them up. I'll show you the process as it's happening, but right now I'm just going to warm up everything besides my biscuits in the microwave. Okay, so at this point, if you can hear Amelia, she's with Nick. She's not the biggest fan of her changing table as of the last few weeks. So anyway, I have my chicken, and I ended up doing another bag of frozen mixed veggies. So I did 2 bags plus, like, I don't know, a third that I had left in that other bag. And now I'm going to add my gravy in. And then you just top the biscuits right on. And there we go. That's the easiest pot pie ever. Gonna throw it in the oven until the biscuits are done. I think it's at about 10 to 15 minutes. So the biscuits are finally done. I forgot that when you do it like this, because it's sucking up moisture from the pot pie, that one, I should have added a little bit more gravy, but it's not looking too dry. And the biscuits take a lot longer to cook. So I think I did double what the package said. So just keep a close eye on them and they'll turn out great. And they're really nice because you can just scoop a portion and put a biscuit right on top instead of having the pie crust break all apart. Alright, so I know I promised even in this video I was going to take you along with how I made the soup, but I didn't. Sorry. Life has been a little ridiculous here. This is a vegetable soup with the chicken broth. So I have white beans, black beans, corn, peas, tomatoes, carrots, onions, and I already took out 2 big bowls of it, and I froze half of the stock. So I'll be able to make more soup with that chicken broth. I have flying baby.
Yes, flying babies. And a very painty husband.
That can explain parts of why today didn't go according to
Yes.
how I thought. Paint everywhere on your butt cheeks.
On my booty.
This is the bowls of soup all plated up. It looks and smells very good. Sorry for people with motion sickness. We're going back over here. And I made some garlic toast to go with it. And now it's dinner time. It's been a very, very long day. Hey friends, I just wanted to jump on and close this video out. Don't mind my I just rolled out of bed hair, because I did. I did. This is real life mamas here. We're not polished. I started editing this video last night and I was like, I didn't film an outro, so I can't finish. And last night I looked rough. Worse than this, so I wasn't gonna show the world that. Anyway, I wanted to jump on and tell you one thing I forgot while I was editing this video. I realized I never said to cut your biscuits in half. Hi, ma'am. So that they're thinner, so that you have more surface area and they cook faster. I just never told you that. I forgot. My bad, but it'll work a lot better if you do that. Or, good morning, Hercules. Or if you use like a croissant dough, you can just roll them out and lay them on top. That works really well too. I think that was everything I wanted to share. After editing the video last night, I don't recall anything else. So just cut your biscuits in half so they're nice and thin, and that'll do it. So thanks so much for listening to me ramble for this last little outro piece. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.